So I picked up this piece of wood from a garage sale. I actually got two of them, and I brought it home and painted it blue. And then I found a picture of a snowman that I liked the shape of on the computer. So I went ahead and printed them out large size, the size I thought I would want them, and I cut them out. And the reason I did this is I'm not a very good freehand painter. I'm actually not a very good painter at all. So, if I can do this, any of you guys can do this. So I went ahead and cut it out, and then I traced around it with white chalk. So then I went ahead and just started painting by filling in where the chalk was, and I painted a little bit of snow at the bottom also. And after I gave it about 3 coats of paint, I went ahead and mixed a little bit of gray and white paint and shaded the snowman and a little bit of the snow, the top of the snow, so you can see where the difference was, where the snow meets the snowman. And then I painted the hat black. Next, I painted about 5 super easy snowflakes. Next, I take some painter's tape and I start taping up the back of the board. And the reason I'm doing this is I don't want any drips. You know, when you're pouring resin on a canvas, it'll drip down and underneath, and you have to keep on wiping it off like every half an hour, or you end up with these drips that dry like that, actually, in the drip mode. So I'm putting it on the very back first because that's the last piece I'm going to take off. And I'm also going to build it up along the side so that it creates a type of reservoir for the resin to sit in, and I'm going to let it get to a gel about maybe 2 hours in, and then I'm going to remove the tape that creates the reservoir, but I'm going to keep the tape on the bottom and on the side so that it won't have any dripping down the side or on the bottom. So over the next half hour, I start messing around with finding stones for the buttons and for his eyes and for his mouth. And then I start looking for a piece of glass for his nose. And after several tries with the glass, although I do like the bright orange color, I don't really like the shape of the glass. So I used my nippers. That's a tool that we use to cut glass, to try to shape a piece to my liking. But finally I decide I'm going to use a different piece of glass that's the wrong color, and I'm going to spray paint it. So what I use is Krylon stained glass tangerine orange spray paint to spray this piece of glass for the nose. The Krylon stained glass spray paints are really good to spray glass if you need a certain color of glass and you don't have it, because they're translucent. And they're very, very pretty. I have a video on it, one of my first videos that I did, about all the different colors of stained glass, Krylon stained glass spray paints that are available. Anyway, after about 3 or 4 coats, it's ready to go. In this bowl is a plate and I think a couple cups that I've cracked up with a hammer out in the garage. And I made little glass chips. Now you can order these if you don't want to break up glass yourself. You can order clear glass. I think they sell it as fire glass on Amazon, and I believe Michael's may also sell it. I know the glass that you get from Amazon and from Michael's is tempered glass, so you can't cut yourself on it. Whereas this glass you could cut yourself. I had somebody ask me in one of my comments if I ever cut myself. I don't do it very often, but every once in a while I do. I try to be careful. So after I broke it all up, I spread it out all over the snowman. I had some pieces of pretty red glass left from a project that I had done earlier. A couple projects actually, poinsettias. And I thought I would use this for the scarf. So I'm just chopping up a bunch of pieces, seeing if I can get some pieces that would work just right. I know you can't tell by watching this video, but I seriously messed around with that red glass for at least 45 minutes trying to get just the right pieces and get it to look just right. Then I took this translucent silvery black carnival glass that I had found at a garage sale and broke that up and used that to put on the hat of the snowman. I picked up this small poinsettia. I think it was 3 of them for $3.95 or something from Walmart, and I trimmed it down a little bit because I thought it might be too big for the snowman there, and I put that on his hat. I used some little branches from a tree that I found and trimmed them back a little bit and used those for his arms. Right about then I decided that his eyes and his buttons were way too small, so I took another 15 minutes and searched for just the right ones. And when I did find the right eyes, I put a little white dot in the middle of them. I think that kind of brought them to life. Next, I gave the board a couple more snowflakes. Oh wow, I apologize. I didn't realize I had my camera turned the wrong way. So I am actually doing this resin work on the floor because it's such a large project, larger than what I'm used to. I didn't want to have to carry it from the front room to the back with the resin on top of it, which is where I always put it, in the back room on the floor, because it's a room that nobody goes into and it can sit undisturbed overnight. So I am using a resin called Total Boat Resin. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. I mix equal parts of resin with hardener, and I always wear gloves. I always use a respirator. It's in your best interest to use a respirator and to do it in a well-ventilated area. You need to mix it slowly. The slower you mix it, the less bubbles you get. You need to scrape the sides and the bottom. And the reason that you need to scrape the sides and the bottom is, I don't know if you've ever gotten finished with your resin and poured it out, and then the next day you touch the inside or the sides of your cup and it's all sticky. That's because you didn't scrape the sides. So part of the unmixed portion was left on the sides or the bottom. So after you've put the resin on top of your project, and if you scrape the side of the container to put the rest on top of your project, some of that may be unmixed and it may cause it not to cure in certain spots. Anyway, when you first start to mix it, it's clear, and after a minute or so of mixing, it becomes cloudy, and then when it's ready to pour, after 2 or 3 minutes, it'll turn clear again and you can pour it on your project. I usually pour it over the glass first, and I usually use the spoon to kind of get it over everything real well. And then once the glass is covered, I start going around the edges. And I know they say that this is self-leveling, but you really need to push it up into the corners and all along the edges, or you'll have some empty spots. I keep on pushing the tape up against the edges just to make sure it's holding okay. And I actually end up with a little bit of a leak, but not much. This Total Boat Resin is a very thick resin, and the other thing that I noticed is it has a lot of bubbles, but the bubbles come out easily with the heat gun. So my heat gun has 2 settings, low and high. I always put it on low because high is too strong and it'll blow the resin up over the edges and will move the glass around. And then on the back is the temperature setting, and I'm putting it up to 600 degrees because it has so many bubbles. But probably should have got a better close-up. You can actually see the bubbles popping immediately when the heat gun goes on it. So sometimes it can take up to 5 minutes to get rid of all the bubbles. You just have to take your time. Next, I'm trying to decide what to put at the bottom. I change it out a couple of times, and actually the last thing you'll see me putting on here are these large snowflakes, which in the very end I end up changing, and it looks so much better. And then up by the painted snowflakes, I put some little iridescent snowflakes that I had purchased at Michael's. They came with a bunch of other beads in that, and I thought they looked kind of cute at the top. And then you need to let it sit on a dry surface overnight, at temperatures between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. After 2 hours, I came back and took the tape off that was holding the resin in that reservoir, and it was pretty much gelled up, so only a tiny bit dripped down. And at that time, I decided I didn't like those big snowflakes at the bottom, so I took those out and I put something called tube confetti over it. It's this little iridescent confetti-like that I purchased at dollar store called Dollarama or something like that. They also have it at the Dollar Tree in multiple colors: white, gold, silver, and it comes with 3 different colors in it. It usually comes out right about Christmas time. It's not like a regular confetti, it's rolled. Anyway, I think he turned out so cute. I love him. When you have him outside, he really glistens. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.